Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. Welcome to our masterclass webinar. We are actually featuring today Palm Beach Resort and Spa in Florida. And we have with us today the Director of Leisure Sales, Laura DePalma, and she's going to present and share this wonderful resort with us. Welcome, Laura. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Maggie. It's great to be here and welcome to everybody. So just as Maggie said, this is just going to be a nice informative and update on Palm Beach Resort and Spa. If maybe you are already familiar. So we're looking at our beautiful oceanfront resort in this photo right here. So you can see that we sit directly on the beach. We feature 2 pools. And while it does look like a spacious resort, it is also an intimate property. And for those that might be looking at the building saying, I think I've seen this before, you are most likely right, as this was the previous Ritz-Carlton in Palm Beach. However, it has been under our own private ownership and management for the last 10 years as Palm Beach Resort and Spa. So French for water, we really wanted to capitalize on that effortless, free-flowing escape. We are still rated a Forbes 5-star resort and one of only very few in the state of Florida and even in the town of Palm Beach. So how do we get to this fabulous property? Easily enough through Palm Beach International Airport, which as you can see here by some photos that we're only about 11 miles, approximately 15 to 20 minutes. And then you can also see that Fort Lauderdale and Miami airports are not that far in case your clients do need to fly into those destinations instead. Palm Beach is one of the easiest airports, and you'll find that we are located on this very exclusive sliver of land, looking at the photo all the way over on your left-hand side. And I say sliver because we really are a barrier island in between the intra-coastal waterway and the Atlantic Ocean. So our main points of interest will be Worth Avenue, which is about 20 minutes north of the resort, and Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach, 20 minutes south of the resort. Worth Avenue is our version of Rodeo Drive on the East Coast. So you'll find beautiful high-end shops and delicious restaurants, whereas Atlantic Avenue is a little bit more of a livelier nightlife, bars and restaurants, great for maybe a couples or girls trip or even a family getaway. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not mention all of the local golf courses within our area, as I believe Palm Beach is probably the Mecca. And what else is there to do? And what is the best time to come to Palm Beach? As many may know, our season, so to speak, is really that December through May. This is when our weather is going to be ideal. Low to mid 70s, perhaps going up into the 80s a little bit during the day, lows around the low to mid 60s. Weather is beautiful, sun is shining. The summer months may be a little hotter and more humid for some. Personal favorite for me being here based in Palm Beach. And then as you can see, the temperatures then start to lower a little bit in the October and November and December timeframe. So I'd say the height of our season truly is around the festive season. Spring break is a very popular destination as we are a wonderful fit for many families. And then we tend to see a lot of girls trips and maybe couples escapes in those October and November timeframes, which again, where the weather is absolutely perfect too. So a quick overview of the property to go back to this main photo. I mentioned that we have 2 pools. So the pool on the right-hand side is going to be our family-friendly pool area. And then we do also have the pool on the left, which is more focused on adults only, or also known as our Tranquility Pool. We also feature oceanfront cabanas that line our seawall, which is located here around that turquoise line. So we do have a plethora of chairs that are also set up right along that seawall. We find that some guests don't necessarily want to get their toes in the sand, but you do have access to our direct private beach located there. We also have our outdoor restaurant Breeze, which will service both pools as well as our cabanas. So nobody needs to get up from their lounge chair. Everybody can stay seated, soak up the sun, and enjoy a little bite to eat or a cocktail. The way the property looks here, you'll see it almost looks like in the shape of an E, meaning that we have 3 towers. North Tower being all the way over on your right-hand side, Central Tower being in the middle, and then South Tower being here on your left-hand side. All of our towers feature all updated, renovated guest rooms within the last 6 years, and we feature 309 guest rooms and suites here at the resort, which we'll go into. From the minute you walk into our lobby area, we wanted it to feel like somebody's home. So we are welcoming you to O Palm Beach Resort and Spa's home. Here in our lobby, we have little vignettes and little sitting areas for couples to curl up. You can have a meeting during the day with a cup of coffee and the newspaper. But in the evening, this is also one of our 8 different dining options. This is considered our stir, lobby, and terrace outside. So you can have a little light bite and nibbles here or around our fire pit area. And really, it's just a beautiful way to enjoy the hustle and bustle of the resort. The Stir Terrace here is overlooking our family pool. So this is that pool photo that was over on your right-hand side in that other photo. You can see that we have a number of chairs and umbrellas set up every single day, all first come, first serve, no reserving, and we have more than enough chairs for everybody to sit and enjoy, whether it be around the pool, at the beach, or around the seawall, or even if you choose to reserve one of our cabanas. So we have featured here overlooking our resort pool. We have 4 family cabanas, and we do also have 7 oceanfront cabanas that line the seawall and look out onto the ocean. Cabanas are best to be reserved at the time of booking the guest room. There is no credit card needed or any deposit needed for the cabanas, and you are able to cancel them day of up until 9 a.m. with no charge. So it is best to reserve ahead of time. Now, the families, they have the pools, they have the family cabanas. What about a little spot for the kids? Loggers is our kids club, ages 3 to 12. There is a charge, and we do have everything outlined on our website. And guests are able to reserve from an hour to a half day to a full day. Half day and full days do include a meal, and we even have kids' night out on the weekends. So on Friday and Saturday evenings, if the parents wanted to go out and have a bite to eat, the kids can come here and have their own little escape. And as you can see, it's fun, it's bright, it's interactive. The kids are able to color in their own little sea creatures here, or even on the photo prior, they're able to enjoy our life-size version of a light bright wall featured there with the word loggers. And also projected on the floor, we also have a number of games. So it's keeping them moving, like I said, interactive, but then also educational. And a little escape for the teens too, ages 13 to 17. Hideaway is a perfect location just to sit around on the oversized sofas, play video games, or play ping pong or a game of billiards as well. And what Teens and Kids Club wouldn't be complete without a 24-hour arcade for guests to enjoy. So we have a number of games that will change all throughout the year, and guests can enjoy this at any time of day, as there is a separate entrance on the back end into the arcade. And I don't know about you, but I always like a little sweet treat maybe at the end of the day or after I've played some games. So how perfect is Melt, our ice cream shop? As soon as you walk out of the Kids and Teens Club, you're met here with our hand-dipped ice creams, our sundae bar, and we also have a number of soft serve ice cream choices as well. Great little spot for a little refresh to enjoy here, or even around the adults only Tranquility Pool. So separated by that central tower away from the family area is this nice little serene escape for our adults to enjoy. Lounging poolside, they can also enjoy a bite to eat or a cocktail served by Breeze, or enjoy it here at our pool bar as well. And when you go back up to your guest rooms, we really wanted to have a sense of place. So bringing these bright blues and whites in from the outside immediately into our guest rooms. I mentioned that we updated all of our guest rooms. So every single one of our 309 guest rooms will look just as you see here, designed by modern contemporary designer Jonathan Adler. Pops of yellow for the sunshine, oceanic blues, very nautical themed with the carpeting as well. And we feature either one king size bed or two double or full size beds. So I always like to show a layout because I think that this just helps clarify a little bit more. So all of our guest rooms have a private balcony as well. And our views on our king guest rooms will be either a limited view. We also feature a resort view, ocean view, which is partial, or we have ocean front. So this is where you will see the variation in our rates at O Palm Beach. You'll find in the GDS, or if you contact me directly, limited view king, limited view double, resort view king, resort view double, and so forth. With the king bedded guest rooms, we do offer the option to add a rollaway bed if you wish. And we also have connecting options, mostly in our resort and ocean view categories, from a king to a double. So exact same interior as you can see with the decor, but instead of one king, you have two double or full size beds. Here, we do not allow for rollaways just because of the size constraints within the resort, but that's why this is nice because you can feature two children here, maybe connecting to the parents in the king, which then has a rollaway should you maybe have a third adult or a third child. We also have suites. So we go immediately from our guest room categories into our suites, which are all ocean front. And they all feature this sitting room area here, which has a sofa bed, which is a queen size sofa bed. And then, as you might be able to see from this layout, there's double doors or pocket doors that open into the bedroom. So this is considered an ocean front suite. This is also the same layout that we have for our club level ocean front suite, and the same layout that we have for our ocean front lanai terrace suite, which I'll get into next, which is ground level. But as you can see here, there is a sliding glass door on the sitting room side and a sliding glass door on the bedroom side. They open out onto the same balcony, which is overlooking direct ocean front views. Here in our oceanfront suites, we also feature two full bathrooms. The bathroom on the bedroom side is significantly larger and more deemed as the master bath, as it has a soaking tub and a separate stand-up shower, whereas the other full bath located on the sitting room side is a three-piece stand-up shower, toilet, and sink. So wonderful for a family. And then you can also connect a suite to a king oceanfront room or a double oceanfront guest room. I mentioned we have an oceanfront lanai terrace suite. So this is a unique room category here at O Palm Beach in the sense that it is located on the ground level and same suite layout, but you're able to walk immediately out and you have views of the ocean. You have stairs right there to the private beach or to one of our two pools. We only have 6 of these suites in the entirety in our property, so they do tend to book quickly. And we have 2 of these suites that actually have an option to connect. So one oceanfront lanai terrace suite on the property does connect to a king. We also have another that connects to a double bedded guest room, but those are limited. So if this is a category that your clients might be thinking of, we need to be able to look at these ahead of time to try to be able to book them as soon as possible. As you can see, instead of a private balcony, there's a private walkout terrace. So rather than just having a bistro table and the hanging chair, with the addition here, since the terrace is larger than a balcony, you can see that there are lounging chairs as well as a small sofa. So that means that guests can actually enjoy this similarly to how they would enjoy a cabana, meaning that our pool teams will service these terraces just like a cabana would. Now, I mentioned that we do have every single guest room with a private balcony. So here are just some better views. The photo that is on our left is actually an ocean view, which here at O Palm Beach means partial ocean view, but you can see it's still a nice angled view of the ocean. And there on the photo on the right is that oceanfront lanai terrace suite. So you can get an idea of how close in the proximity to the beach. You may have heard me mention just a little bit ago our club level. So again, we were previously the Ritz-Carlton in Palm Beach, and Ritz-Carlton had been known for their club lounges. So we wanted to keep that concept alive, meaning that on this fourth floor in our central tower, we do have our beautiful club lounge, which is featuring 4 different meal presentations throughout the day, premium bar. There's also a little private balcony off of the club lounge too, but it truly is Philip featured here, our club lounge curator or manager, who really makes the lounge so special. He has gotten to know a number of our guests that are here on a regular basis. And even if you're meeting him for the first time, Philip's personality will absolutely bring you in and you can have a conversation about anything and everything. We also feature here for our club lounge guests a complimentary club car, which can actually drive guests within a 5-mile to 10-mile radius. So we can actually drive guests up to Worth Avenue for a bite to eat or some shopping, or even down to Atlantic Avenue as well if they wanted to go out to dinner. I also mentioned we have a number of dining. So I think I said the number 8, which is wonderful addition since we did add several new restaurants just within the last 2 years. So a couple of them being Pulpo Palm Beach, which anybody in the Greenwich, Connecticut area, that name might sound familiar, as the same owners of Greenwich Pulpo opened a second location within our resort called Pulpo Palm Beach. So we are featuring breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. And it is a mixture of authentic Italian cuisine, specifically from the Calabria, Italy region. We do also have Breeze Ocean Kitchen, which again will service all of our pools as well as our beach area, and is also an option for a dine-in restaurant, but it is all outdoor. Angle is a perfect setting for a nice celebratory dinner. It is more of our modern steakhouse restaurant featuring aged steaks and fresh seafood. Boken is that intimate sushi restaurant. I highly encourage any foodies to enjoy our omakase experience, which is our 15-course chef's tasting menu here. And it is all designed and curated specifically for the guests dining. In addition, I mentioned Melt. We have Savor, which is our spa terrace cafe, a wonderful spot to sit and enjoy a little bite to eat, glass of wine, perhaps a cheese board, all within the comfort and luxury of our O Spa. So you do not even need to leave the spa area to indulge here within Savor. Stir, again, was our lobby and bar terrace area. And Oceana is that great spot for a grab and go, bite to eat, or a cup of coffee, some delicious sweet treats. I highly recommend a cinnamon roll, and any kind of latte or Americano or even tea that you can imagine. Just going through quickly, just a showcase of some of the photos of Pulpo so that you can see indoor and outdoor and private bar area, excuse me, not private, bar area seating. And then again, here's Breeze, all outdoor areas servicing the pools, a close-up of our Angle fine dining restaurant. Boken, again, for those sushi lovers. Savor, a gorgeous little intimate outdoor setting. And this is all located within our spa. So the Savor Terrace is just off and out of focus here to the right. Our spa garden. This is really our chance to get away for the adults. It's a 42,000 square foot, as we like to joke, adult playground. So you start here with your wishing well and set your intentions for the day to truly indulge in a mixture of lounging and relaxation amongst water features, being maybe our jacuzzi with the cool waterfall, or even outside in the garden area, or even during maybe one of your treatments. We have over 19 different treatment rooms, as well as 6 of these villas. And it's considered a villa because it is designed for 2 guests. And then it also has its own private outdoor space. When you're done lounging by the pool, relaxing in our spa, we have a number of different fitness and water activities for you to indulge in as well, whether it be our on-site tennis with our tennis pro, perhaps a fitness class, water sports, or even taking our signature beach cruisers out for a little ride. There truly is something for everybody, from families to couples to girls' getaways. And we also are proud to partner with a number of different consortia, being Virtuoso, Internova, and Internova Select. Signature, as well as All Tour, Ensemble, Chase, as well as American Express, Fine Hotels and Resorts. And you'll find here at O that all of our amenities are exactly the same throughout, as we very much indulge and want to partner with our preferred consortia. So we want to ensure that you each have exactly what is perfect for your clients. So you'll see here our daily breakfast for two, our $100 resort credit, as well as our early check-in and late checkout and upgrade upon availability. Currently, we're featuring our fourth night free, which is going until travel dates of April 30th of 2024. And as always, our guests will enjoy our O daily benefits on top of your preferred partner amenities. And first and foremost, I always want to point out that no resort fee. It's a very important feature here at O, and we want to make sure that your clients feel as effortless, because remember, O being French for water, we want this to be a relaxing and enjoyable vacation for them. So I just wanted to open it back up to Maggie for any questions that anybody may have. And then I also wanted to just showcase my direct contact information, as I am based on property and have been here with the resort for over 9 years. So I am here to help answer any kind of questions that I can for you.
Yes, and you're turning your camera on now. We did get some questions. This is excellent. So it was a great overview of the property, and makes me want to definitely get on a plane immediately and head to Palm Beach, and
Perfect.
visit you. We did get a couple questions. So first of
Yeah.
all, now I can see in the picture behind you, you
Yes.
did say you're on the beach, but I always like to just double check. There's no chairs that show up on the beach. So one of the questions we always get is, can will there be chairs that were set up on the beach for guests to enjoy if they do want to get their toes dirty in the sand?
Yes, excellent question, Maggie. And yes, we do. So this is our own stretch of private beach, and daily we will set up beach chairs and umbrellas complimentary for our guests to enjoy. Excuse me. I think it's just because perhaps the tide was just coming out a little bit. There are times of the year where the tide can be a little bit higher. So in some of these photos, that's why you might not see, but we do set them up daily, and our team is diligent about watching those tides and the weather. So yes.
Perfect. And that's a weather issue, safety issue if there's no chairs out. Correct. Okay. Very good. I just like to clarify because I know that as when people are coming to Palm Beach and they want to be on the beach, it's a very important point.
Yeah,
Second
exactly.
question we received are, you mentioned some like connections
Yes,
amongst room categories. Can you
yes,
quickly kind of just clarify a little bit what typically connects? Just
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say that that's a number one question. So excellent. We do have a number of, and when I say a number, I would say at least 30 to 40 options of resort view
Wow.
and ocean view room categories. And a majority of those, Maggie, are kings connecting to rooms with two double or two full size beds.
Okay.
Now, we do also have some but limited options of a king connecting to another king and a
Mhm.
double connecting to another double, also in those resort view and ocean view categories. And we have a handful of oceanfront suites and an oceanfront lanai terrace suite that can connect to an oceanfront guest room, being either a king or a double.
Perfect. And
To make
I
it
would recommend everyone that is watching that they reach out to myself or anyone on the Bennett Mercado team. Let us allow you to connect you with Laura, and Laura can walk you through, because that it can be a little complicated, especially with families, multi generations. Laura is the expert. So, but I think that this is a good time to remind you that Laura is on property, and she is extremely helpful, and is a wonderful resource for you as the travel advisor on property. So that would be a good time to like really reach out and get her expertise.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can
Then
take one thing off your plate, that's always what we
exactly.
do.
And she's
Sure.
very
There you go.
open to it. So that's always a
Yes.
good thing. So the last question we received was, can you just remind us, if people are not familiar with the
Yes.
club level, what's
Yes.
included on the club level at O Palm Beach?
Sure, absolutely. So remember how I kind of mentioned that we're three towers. So I'm just kind And moving out of focus, the photo behind me shows the central tower here that's going to be on your left-hand side, and then,
Mhm,
excuse me, on your right-hand side, and then on the left-hand side, that south tower. So it's that middle tower, central
mhm.
tower, located on the fourth floor. We have about 24 guest rooms and suites that are located on this club level. If you're booking in the GDS, you will see them categorized as such. So club
Perfect.
level, Ocean View King, club level, oceanfront suite, and so forth. And what guests enjoy by booking a club level guest room or suite are the access to our lounge, which has 4 different meal presentations and a premium bar throughout the day. So it's a good idea to have families, maybe, especially for
Mhm.
kids that maybe like to kind of snack or graze, or even adults for that matter, that like
I
to
know.
graze throughout the day, because I do.
Exactly. I know.
Go up to the lounge and always have a little snack, but we feature breakfast, lunch, heavy hors d'oeuvres, and then our final presentation is more of that cordials and sweets, if you will.
Very
You
good.
also have access to our club lounge team. So Philip, being our manager, as well as his team, are there to really assist with any concierge needs, whether it be dining reservations, theater tickets, transportation, airline printing out of tickets, and so forth. And our newer feature is our club car, which is complimentary. It is
Wow.
available to reserve for guests that maybe want to go into Worth Avenue and go shopping for the day, or if they want to go up towards the center of Worth Avenue and Palm Beach Island for a bite to eat for dinner, or even down to Delray Beach. We can reserve the car for them to pick them up and drop them off at this location. And then we also have a guaranteed 1 p.m. late checkout for any club level guest room. And then, of course, you being part of perhaps one of the consortia, such as Virtuoso, Signature, and so forth, you would also have a further extended late checkout if available as well for the guests.
Excellent. Very good. That's
Of
very, very, very helpful. Thank you so much, Laura. Well, thank
course.
you for sharing this wonderful resort with us.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all of that. And Laura did have like indicated her contact information at the end of at her presentation, but feel free to reach out with us and we can definitely put you in touch with Laura. Thank you and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much, Maggie.